Okay, now I'm going to show you what I have to do to edit these images because there's only certain ones that I have to edit. Most of these, the ones that are BMP.BM, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do any cleanup on these. It's the JPEGs I have to do cleanup on. So I notice the pickups, the trim low. Actually, I'm using trim low A. There's a difference between those two. I'm going to do the strings and the headstock. These are the ones I have to edit, and I'll show you why. I've already shown you, but I'm just going to show you, and then I'm going to edit them and come back and finish this after I edit each one of these. All I did, I'm just using the control button and then the wheel to zoom out. So you'll see that there's a lot of junk in each of these that I have to clean out manually. Now I'm using green so it doesn't affect any of the colors because I know there's no green in any of these images. That's why I use green. This one I left them like this because it makes it easier for me to edit. The same with this one. It just makes it easier for me to edit this. And all I'm going to do is, I'm going to zoom in and I'm just going to cut out, what I don't need. The problem is, it has that stuff in there too. That's the problem. So when I edit these, I'm going to cut that stuff out. I'll cut it out like that and I'll just press delete. And I'm going to edit only one of them and I'm going to show you how I do that. And then what I'm going to use for that is right here, because it's faster. This is the fastest one. So I select this as green as well. And the reason why, I'll show you why. If I do this and I select delete, it makes it that color. But if I have it green and I do this and I select delete, now it's green. So I'll just go ahead and cut that out. And again, I've been doing this for a long time, so it's really easy for me. Some people may have to zoom in a lot to be able to see what you're doing like that. And again, I was just using the control button, control, and then the wheel, the mouse wheel to zoom in. But you want to get all the white out of it. That way, when you paste it onto the other image, it won't be there. For fine tuning, you want to press this pencil, and then you can just edit these little small pieces out. It's not much, and I selected this one because I already know that this one has a lot less editing than any of the others. That's why I selected this one. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to, I'll show you one second. Okay, so that basically gets rid of all the junk out of that one. I'll make it all a white screen. And then I'll zoom out like this. And this is going to be one of them I use. I'm just resizing the screen, and I'm going to place it over here because I'm going to copy and paste it. After I'm just going to do this to all of these. I'm going to add all of these, and then when I'm done, I'm going to copy and paste into this image right here, and I'll show you how I do the guitars. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I'm adding everything to the background and creating the actual guitar picture. So first thing I'll do is I'll make this white. I'll make sure it's in transparent selection mode. So that's checked now. Now I'll just go over here and grab these, and I'll just say I'm just doing Control A for select all, Control C for copy, and then I hold Control and press V at the same time, and it pastes. And it's very fast. If you do a whole bunch of these, you can do them all at one time very quickly. I have this one, zoomed in so you can see what's actually happening while I'm doing it. And again, I'm just doing Control A, Control C. And I go over here and I press Control V to paste. I press Control V to paste. Now the knobs and stuff, the knobs have a problem. It's because of resolution. So I just go to the original image and I copy the knobs and I paste them on here, and then I just kind of manually edit. It's not a big deal. It takes time to do everything you do. So, you can't just wish it and make it happen. It takes work. And for this one, I do something special. I just go in here and I highlight a certain area because I'm only trying to grab the background picture. And that's where I copy this, Control C. I selected a little area I wanted to copy, which was just so I could get the colors. And then I'm going to paste those in here like that. And the reason I did that was so I can copy this and then change the colors of these parts right here. And I'm trying to make this video as fast as possible. But I'm almost done. I'm not completely done. I'm going to show you something else I can do, to edit the image and change other parts of it. And then I'm going to copy this part of it and then make all of that color. And that would be the guitar. Now, like I said, the actual knobs, and there's actually some editing you have to do because the white is the white. Anything that's showing through is because that was actually a white color. It was white. So you might as well just color those as white. Anything that show through, you have to color them as white. You have to manually edit. I'm not going to do all of that to show you. I will show you that the knobs, what I do for the knobs is I go in here and I grab this and I just get one of the knobs and I get as much of the knob as I can and then I paste it into the other side and it comes out pretty good like this. So that'll be the volume knob. I go in here and I already know that's the volume knob, so I press Control V. And what I do is there's a little plus sign right here. I just kind of line that little plus sign up, with this one right here. And then, and that would be the volume knob. The rest of this, I'd fill it in as white like this. Just manually fill it in. And I'm going to show you the finished results soon, but I'm not going to do that in the video because it takes too long to do that. Another part is this part right here. You have to edit it. And sometimes you have to edit the white. Oh, I didn't mean to do that part. And some parts of the picture, like right here, there's always some little parts, but it's not a lot that has to be edited the way I'm doing this. Not a lot of it has to be edited. Most of it comes out pretty good. It's just a few little parts here. The volume knob, that knob, and then some stuff in here. The white needs to be taken out. Anyway, I'll show you the finished result when I come back. I have some more editing to do when I come back. Okay, now I'm going to let you look at the finished results after I did some editing. I made a lot of changes. Most of the changes, I can't say too many changes, but most of the changes are in this area right here, this area here, this area here, and some right here. I also changed the buttons or the knobs, so you can see the knobs look pretty good now. I forgot that part. I just saw that, so I'll go ahead and fix that too. Remember, anything that was, that has the wrong color is supposed to be white. It's supposed to be white. You can see it there too. It's supposed to be white because when you paste it into this, it's supposed to be white. Anything it bleeds to from the other color. So anyway, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to show you the final part of the design, which is I can change things and modify things by using PowerPoint. PowerPoint's a pretty neat little tool. I'm going to show you a few things with that. I'm going to come right back after I clean off the screen a little bit, and I'm going to save this. See, it's got the wrong file name. I want to save this now, but I want to save it as a JPEG image. I'm keeping the same, dimensions that I wanted to keep, and I'm going to save it in this here because this is the one that I'm doing. So I'm just going to call it the Police, and it's going to be a JPEG because as you see, it says JPEG here. So I'll say save, and that's going to be my new image. And I'm just going to close everything down. I'll come back and I'll show you how to finish this design. Okay, so I've come back to show you how to finish this design for this guitar. Again, you can use this for a lot of different things, but I'm using it just, for pastime, make guitar stuff. We'll call this We the Police. Now, a lot of you may not have PowerPoint to do this next part of it. I have PowerPoint because I have, Microsoft Office. PowerPoint is usually for, making presentations. It's presentation software. You can make videos with it too. You can do a lot of stuff with PowerPoint. I'm going to show you something really neat. This is something I did for my my wife in Vietnam, I mean, you run my life here, so with her, and then you run it with everything else I had. So I found somebody else, and I came up with another one. I've already finished it. It's over here in this area, the finished designs. And this one actually came out pretty cool. I'm going to show you how to do this. Um, but I have different colors of woods here for this guitar collection that I created for this one. This one came out really good, but I'll just go ahead and show it to you. It takes a minute for this to open, but I created a lot of this by using PowerPoint. PowerPoint's pretty neat because you can do certain things in PowerPoint that you can't do with Paint, and this is one of those things I figured out I could do with PowerPoint. I make a whole bunch of things. Plus, I can type words in. I can do all kinds of crazy things that you can't do, with other software tools. Look, that's a piece of wood. Just I just change different shades. It's the same piece of wood over and over again. I just keep changing the shades, and I did that with PowerPoint. I thought that was pretty neat. Um, I'll show you how to do that too. I'm trying to make this video very fast. I don't want it to take very long. So what I'll do, since I'm already in this area, I'll show you how I did that with this. I'll just put this in here, and came to the homes, and I grabbed this part of it right here. And look, you can take this, and you can. I'll just go to the right over here, and I'll say format picture, and then I'll click on this. And what I want to do is I want to mess with the transparency on it. Look at that. That's pretty neat. And I can just change colors of it. So you get different, tints of woods, whatever. I thought that was pretty neat. So that's the first part I just wanted to show you, just for fun. The next part, I want to go back to my design and the guitar that I was creating in the scratch box. That's not it. That was what I did the other day. It's We the Police. So here's my guitar. This is what I wanted. I can zoom in on it. I can, change some things on it. What I want to do is add a few things. So I want to add some pictures to this guitar, to this design. And the only way I know how to do that is, I can grab some of this here. I'll put this over here. The picture's too large, so you can make it smaller. Add it in here. I want to take this one here and the Harvey Burkhart dollar bill. Just place all this stuff in here. And now I can do a lot of crazy things, like I can turn stuff sideways. It's pretty neat. PowerPoint's a really pretty good tool. But I'm going to come back, and I'm going to have this guitar designed for you. And I'm going to show you the end, because I don't want to do a whole bunch of stuff. I just want to show you how I can do certain things and then, save it. So I don't want to take too long in the video.